fuel tank, Bentley, that's gone off. £10 eBay special second-hand sander. That's random. And some sanding discs. Let's make some dust. Okay, catch you in a minute. It's working. Go. I might go outside, it's a bit dusty. £10 eBay special. Random, that's too random, shouldn't be random that way. Anyway, £10. That lasted about 30 seconds. Cool, carry on. That was all slack. Those were too short. Nice stainless ones, split washers, get them back in. We're back on the road, bear with. Well, that's coming on. That fix lasted another 40 seconds this time. £10. What do you expect? Okay, so we seem to have lost drive. Let's take this apart and see what's going on. Bear with. That bearing is really hot and bollocksed. The drive shaft is on a D-shaped thing. See the D thing? That lines up with that. So that was all right. It was, where was it? It was that on. That's just a press fit on there. So the drive for the whole thing is going through that pissy screw, which is screws through there and clamps the drivey thing onto the bearing and onto the thing. So the drive itself is still okay. The bearing's goosed, and you know, old Mr. Stupid Fingers here has hit that in there. It's worth £10. Do I throw it in the bin, or do I get that out and fix it and get a new bearing? Oh, bearings are worth more than £10. Yeah. Well, we're back to hand sanding. Yeah, it was worth a try. But these are good. These old sponges. They're better. They don't clog up. Anyway, keep going for now. Gotta get rid of things like that. Feel smooth, but you can see it. So much dust. Dust. Right, that is sanding filler smooth. No more dents. Lovely. So, take that out. Look at the dust. Blow that off. And then a nice coating of thick old primer again over the top of that. Then we can sand that down, then we can get on to final paint. High build priming, high build priming, high build priming, high build priming. high build primer so you can be lazier with the sanding. Smells good, feeling woozy. Right, we're back again. The old Bentley Honda CB500. That's gone dry. First coat of the thick primer, gin. When I've sprayed it, some little pinholes appeared in where the filler was. You can't see them unless you've painted it, and then when you've painted it you see them. So I've mixed up a real sort of light. There is special stuff apparently to fill in the pinholes, it's a thing. But I've just filled in some of the pinholes, just briefly, ready for another scratch pass. I don't know if you can see in the light, things like here, just sort of, because I'm lazy with the grit and I haven't gone down far enough on the sandpaper, you can just see tiny lines, tiny. So probably go with a 400 paper, not these anymore, they're too harsh. So to do this one perhaps, this is fine. We'll get that one roughed over, and then another coat of, now don't laugh at me, Holford's filler primer. Now that can 2 hours, 500ml, hashtag not sponsored. That has done all of that like twice, and there's still half a can left. Whereas the other primer I was using might have been a 400ml can, not a 500ml can, but that like did 1.5 sides. So big up for the Whole Foods filler primer. Anyway, I'm going to sand and drink gin, and sand and drink more gin, and sand and drink more gin, and see what finishes first, the gin or the sanding. Well, see you later. Okay, happy with that. Them pinholes have gone. Gin is going. Hashtag not sponsored. But these sanding foam paddy things, they're amazing. You know, it looks like it's blocked up, but it's actually still doing the job. Better than sandpaper, easier, doesn't clog. Hats off to that. Different versions, loads of different versions from Whole Frauds, but I like them. I won't be going back to sandpaper, not for this dry stuff anyway. Hark, ice cream. Apparently this looks like ice cream. Can you lick it? Yes you can. Right, filled that hole in. Gotta wait for that to set now, then I can sand all that off again. What should I do whilst I'm waiting for that? Gin! Right, primed, done, no more pinholes. It's as good as it's going to get. Blown through the primer in a couple of places doing the sanding. You know, proper me knows to go back over that primer and sand back again, but lazy me knows that ain't never going to happen. So let's start laying some down some gloss black, shall we? Okay, time for the big spray. We're using this. No idea why, probably the cheapest I could find. We've got, what does it say? Use masks, well ventilated, dust free area. Yeah, we're dust free, definitely. Yeah, nice. And well ventilated. Well, I've got the garage door open. So let's go. Let's spray it down here first, just to make sure it doesn't actually react with the with the undercoat. But that's looking okay. Right, check back in a minute when it's all finished. The joys of sanding. It's not until you put the first layer of gloss on you can understand how much of a balls up you made of the prep. But that's what they invented sandpaper for.